Hey, what's up,
What's up?
Sun Spotters? I thought I'd just share into this breaking news that I just seen. Shouts to Brian Allen. You can see his site right here off on the X. Trump just axed the Biden era rule that forced airlines to compensate passengers for flight delays and cancellations. That rule protected you, the traveler, when corporations failed to deliver. Now, this is a rabbit hole with
He went down a rabbit hole.
this. First of all, what this administration planned to do was to X out everything that was progressive from the previous administration. All right. First, he did it with Obama, and he tried to do everything in his power to get rid of the ACA, aka Obamacare. ACA is Affordable Care Act, which many Americans use, as well as Medicaid and Medicare, to basically give a covering, a nice subsidy, a supplement, to their medical conditions, especially if they worsen. Also to fund research and try to get rid of certain things that are out there already, like dementia, ALS. The awareness of these programs and the awareness of the programs that support the care and the research for these foundations and scientific studies come from those type of, but let's not
get ahead of ourselves.
get to us. It comes from the NIH and other science and all these colleges that he's going against as well. But back to this, because you've seen at the top of the year the tragedies and blessings of the Most High to the people that passed, the tragedies of the airlines that happened. Then you had the capitulation of some corporations to say, this is what we're going to do to appease the power at hand, right? Now this, because of course the Consumer Complaint Review Board is out of play right now, and then there's the national labor positions that have been compromised, and you're going to get this flight delays. Now, how does it affect travel, right? Where you already have a few states going through it, where sightseeing used to be a thing. I just recently saw a clip about Montana having difficulty.
$12.5 billion is how much America has already lost in tourism just over these first 200 days, with a projected $29 billion loss over the year. Since all this shit started going down in DC, OpenTable has reported a 25% drop in reservations at restaurants. So DC specifically, tourism, restaurants, bars, music concerts, stuff like that, all going to be dropping way, way, way down. What's going on right now is not good for business. As you can clearly see, America is in decline and we're headed into a recession thanks to all of these red policies and the absolute fucking clown show in charge right now. What happened to the whole he's so good at business, he's a great businessman thing? What happened to that? All of the major U.S. airlines have pulled their 2025 forecasts because everything is so uncertain right now. What was so bad before that we needed to do all this? What was an actual bad thing? Not just manufactured lies from elected red hats, but what was actually so bad that we needed to destroy our entire country and ourselves to fix? The answer is nothing. Nothing was bad. Nothing.
Bringing visitors back to go sightseeing and to utilize their national parks. Las Vegas is getting destroyed. Just Google Las Vegas. I regret my vote confessions. They'll tell you. This is amazing. Let's go through some of these comments, right? Early 2004, Biden administration introduced new DOT rules requiring airlines to compensate passengers for excessive delays, cancellations, and lost baggage. Everybody that travels go through this.
I hate going to the airport.
We're going to the airport.
Automatically without needing customers to file claims. Airlines push back hard. Their trade group, Airlines for America, which includes United American, Delta, Southwest, and others, filed a 93-page complaint urging the DOT to rescind the rules, calling them unworkable and over-regulation.
What does that even mean?
The new Secretary of was it transportation? Road rules guy. You already know where it's at. It's about the money.
It's about the money. It's obviously about
the moolah. At the same time, major carriers were writing checks. United gave $1 million to Donald Trump's inaugural committee in January 2025. Thank you, Brian Allen, for this great journalism, following suit for what's going down. And I apply it here to the Sunspot. You know, if you can like, comment, share, subscribe, and everything like that. I like to touch on stories that directly affect people that are Americans, consumers, definitely, and those that like to, you know, just dig a little deeper and scratch the surface and then go into, you know, where it really counts, your wallet and your mindset. Okay, American Airlines PAC, all right, Political Action Committee, spent over $420,000 in 2024 to influence federal campaigns. The United Airlines PAC contributed over $310,000. If it wasn't a big deal, they wouldn't spend the money.
I mean, that's a lot of money.
I had a talk to somebody earlier this week about lobbyists and the fact that these huge quote unquote donations come in and they direct the interests of a certain group or of a certain narrative, an agenda, what have you. They direct so much money into it that you rarely get any impartiality. You rarely get it. And when it's not impartial, it really doesn't benefit the side that usually is unequipped to deliver that type of money, right? So he concludes, in short, airlines lobbied the federal government. They spent money, millions in donations and PAC money. The rule was axed. You, the traveler, lost your refund rights. Okay, I suggest that everybody do their due diligence, go into some of the articles that may have led up to this. But man, you know, as it gets further and further into the year, remember, this has only been 7 months, man. Watch what I talk to you about. Shadow dockets. Oh, and this Supreme. I want to touch on that lightly because this has been going on for years. I'm talking about decades. Shadow docket of the Supreme Court and how it, you know, gave scissors to the toddler to run in the streets.
What does that even?
And the toddler that I mean is the toddler screaming out right now that Russia is great price. Well, Rocky told us that Russia wasn't that good. Rocky told us. Yeah, Rocky 4. You know, Drago said, I would break you. And I guess he did. Well, that's my views on the Sunspot. I hope it was definitely informative, you know, a little bit insightful and entertaining.
Thank you. Very entertaining.
because that's what we're here to do on YouTube and all these other platforms. Okay, so be well with you and yours. Share your spot in the sun. Yeah, I use that as a question because how long are we going to be able to see the sun? Interesting question. Talk to you later. Be well.